Okay, let's dive in. The sources you shared on AI search, ChatGPT, Google, Perplexity, they're all pointing toward one pretty massive conclusion, yeah. By 2026,
Seems that way.
we're looking at this huge, really radical shift, and it looks like it's going to be completely ad-driven.
That's the core idea.
So our mission today is really getting into the why and the how AI search becomes this new engine for highly targeted ads.
The timing, yeah, feels aggressive, 2026.
Right.
But the underlying logic, it makes sense. We're definitely moving away from that old link-based search, the 10 blue links,
Okay.
to what you could call answer-based search. And the really big deal here is how things collide.
Collide. How so?
Well, you've got organic authority, like who the AI trusts, merging directly with paid placement inside the answer, the single answer it gives you.
Wow. Okay, so if that's the new landscape, the immediate thing for you, the listener, has got to be, well, if you're still optimizing for yesterday's SEO, for keywords and
You're
links,
falling behind. That's fast.
you're already playing catch up. You need to be thinking about how to optimize for the AI's answer.
In this whole thing, this rapid shift, it really boils down to economics. It has to.
How do you mean?
Well, think about it. Any service that offers huge value starts out free. Eventually, it needs a way to pay for itself, right? A big monetization engine. History shows us this.
Like radio, television.
Exactly. Radio, TV, and definitely social media. Remember how those started as community spaces
Mm-hmm.
and then became, well, platforms full of sponsored posts?
Right, which brings us to that fundamental rule. If you're not paying cash for something valuable,
Your attention becomes the product.
that's the deal. Your attention is the currency.
Precisely. And the numbers back this up hard.
Yeah.
Look at ChatGPT. The data shows, by September 2025, over 700 million weekly active users?
Huge number.
Massive. But less than 4% actually pay for a pro subscription.
Okay, so that leaves like 670 million free users.
Hundreds of millions. And every single query they make costs money. Serious money. Think huge server farms, GPU clusters. Just for the inference costs.
Yeah.
Just to generate the answer.
Right, the compute cost isn't trivial.
Not at all. So advertising becomes really the only practical way to cover those massive running costs and actually scale this tech globally for everyone.
Okay, but hold on. If OpenAI is valued at, what, $300 billion? That sounds like a lot of runway. Why, that's sort of frantic timeline. Why can't they just, ride it out longer?
Because that valuation is based on future potential, not current profit. Their own internal documents reportedly show they don't expect real profitability until maybe 2029.
Ah, okay, so there's a gap.
A 5-year gap.
Yeah.
And that creates intense pressure from investors. But the biggest signal, the real smoking gun pointing to ads, it's the hire of Fiji Simo.
As CEO of applications, why is that so significant?
My entire career is basically built on solving this exact problem. Scaling monetization for huge free user bases. She did it at Meta, launching ads in the newsfeed, monetizing the Facebook app.
Right, I remember that.
And then scaling Instacart's whole retail advertising side. It's her specialty.
And the money side confirms it. You mentioned forecasts.
Yeah. Internal documents apparently forecast they're aiming for $1 billion in revenue just from monetizing free users starting in 2026.
Wow, $1 billion to start.
And scaling fast. Up to maybe $25 billion by 2029. That's not a small shift. That's the whole strategy right there.
Okay. Meanwhile, what about Google? They basically own search ads right now.
Well, they're facing, you could say, an existential crisis. They have to react because users are just migrating, moving towards these conversational AI tools like ChatGPT.
So they have to risk their current model, the $200 billion link-based ad revenue.
They don't really have a choice, it seems. They have to kind of break their own golden goose to stay in the game long term.
So how does that change the actual ads? For 25 years, Google ads were about keywords, right? How do you target ads in a conversation?
That's the fascinating part. They're shifting the model away from single keywords towards targeting the entire context of the conversation.
The whole conversation.
Yeah. The level of intent data they can get is, frankly, kind of terrifyingly precise. So advertisers won't just target, say, CRM software anymore.
Okay.
Now they can reach a user who's literally just described their complex remote team challenges, maybe ask for specific integrations like Google Sheets, mentioned detailed reporting needs, and even stated their budget is like under $200 a month.
Whoa, that's incredibly specific. Game changer for advertisers, I bet.
Absolutely. Conversion rates could go through the roof with that level of targeting.
So with that kind of insight, it means for brands, for anyone with a website, You're not just competing for clicks anymore.
No, not at all.
You're competing to actually be the answer
Yeah.
when the AI serves up.
Exactly. So for brands, that old style of SEO, keyword stuffing, link building,
Yeah.
it gets replaced. The new game is citation credibility.
Citation credibility, meaning
Okay. Meaning the AI picks your content to include in its answer, not just because you use a keyword, but because it trusts you. Because you're cited by other authorities, your content has verifiable facts, it's structured in a way the model understands.
so the AI basically becomes this digital gatekeeper.
Pretty much.
And if the AI model doesn't trust your content enough to cite it, to weave it into its answer, you just become invisible.
Functionally, yes.
Yeah.
Invisible to that user in that context.
And does being cited actually translate to business results?
Oh, yeah. The data's already showing it. Sources indicate ChatGPT is already driving something like 87% of AI referral traffic
87%.
and 82% of actual AI-driven sales. So, yeah, dominating that citation game, being the trusted source of the AI, that's the new path to revenue.
It really feels inevitable then, this whole evolution, because it's the only way to make this incredibly powerful but also incredibly expensive AI tech accessible to everyone, right?
Seems that way. Otherwise, it risks becoming a luxury tool only for people who can pay hefty subscription fees. Ads make it sustainable at scale.
Which leads to a really interesting final thought.
Yeah.
You mentioned Perplexity, another AI search player. They actually announced they need ads specifically to fund a revenue-sharing program with publishers whose content they use.
Right. That was part of their rationale. Sustainability and fairness to creators.
So here's the question for you, the listener, to chew on. If AI search starts weaving ads into the answer itself, maybe as super relevant sponsored follow-up questions or related product suggestions, not just banner ads slapped on the side, integrated more naturally.
Does that transparency about the value exchange, you get free, powerful answers, we show you relevant ads, make this whole ad model feel, I don't know, maybe more acceptable, more upfront than the old link-based advertising world? That's something to think about.